Welcome back to CBSE Board Economics. We welcome you all. Today, in this video, which is going to be very interesting for class 12 students to prepare for their board examination, we're discussing about environment. This is the last but unit in your second book, Indian Economic Development, Challenges Before the Indian Economy. What this topic we're discussing today is of course important from the examination point of view. Define environment and what are its functions. We all know, we keep on talking in our everyday life, what exactly is environment, what are its functions. See, environment is a very broader broader term. So what exactly is environment? Right, normally from a layman's point of view, when we talk about environment, we talk about forest, we talk about rainfall, we talk about environment, we talk about atmosphere, we talk about land, we talk about soil, we talk about rainfall, we talk about hill stations, we talk about snow, everything. So to put it in one sentence, what exactly is, how do you define environment in economics? We can say environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance, whatever we inherited in the planet Earth, the total planetary inheritance and the totality of all resources. It includes all resources which I told you. It can be air, it can be water, it can be mountains, it can be soil. So it includes all. Environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance and the totality of all resources. It includes biotic elements and abiotic elements. What exactly is biotic elements? Biotic elements are those which have life. It can be animals, it can be birds, it can be anything. It can be fishes or fisheries which have life. That is biotic. What is abiotic? Which does not have life. It can be water, it can be atmosphere, it can be snow. That is abiotic. So what exactly is environment? Environment is defined as the total, you can see here, environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance and the totality of all resources. It includes biotic elements and abiotic elements. Biotic means which have no life. It can be sunshine, it can be water, and it can be soil, it can be atmosphere. So define environment and what are its functions. Environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance and the totality of all resources. It includes everything, all the resources. Environment is the sum of total of external forces which surround us, It includes all biotic and abiotic factors that influence each other. Biotic elements, of course, these biotic and abiotic are not totally different, they influence each other. Biotic elements, they might ask you a 1-mark question, what is environment? They might ask you a 1-mark question, what are biotic elements? Please do remember, biotic elements include all living elements like birds, animals and plants, forest, fisheries, etc. What are abiotic elements? Abiotic elements include non-living elements like air, water, land, mountains, soil, etc. I hope you got it. Environment is a very broader term in economics. It includes both biotic and abiotic elements. Biotic have life. It can be birds, animals and fisheries. Abiotic have no life. These can be mountains, forests. Okay, this is the one. And now let's see the functions of environment. What environment does, that's a very important topic and simple, and this can come in the board exams even maybe for 4 marks or maybe 6 marks. What are the functions of environment? It provides resources for production. So if without environment we can't do any production. Even if you want to have a furniture, you need wood for that. That comes from environment. Water comes from environment. Everything, air, oxygen which you're inhaling is environment. So it provides resources of production. These resources we can divide into two parts: renewable resources and non-renewable. What are renewable resources? This can be trees, this can be fishes in the water, which you can renew again and again. If you cut one tree, you can have 10 trees again. So if you catch fish, you have plenty of again. So in the oceans, so these are renewable resources which can be renewed again and again over a period of time. Non-renewable resources, this is the fossil fuels. They won't last for long. They won't last for a long time. They get exhausted when we keep on using them. These can be fossil fuels which help us to produce petroleum products. It can be petrol, diesel. So these are non-renewable resources. So provides resources. The first function of environment is it provides resources for production. Without environment we won't be able to produce. These can be renewable resources. These can be non-renewable resources. Functions of environment. The environment performs four vital functions. Number one is provides resources for production. Environment supply renewable resources. What are renewable resources? Renewable resources are those which can be used without the possibility of the resources becoming depleted. They never come to an end or exhausted, like trees, fishes, etc. Non-renewable resources are those which get exhausted with extraction and use, like fossil fuels. The natural resources provided by environment are used as inputs for production. For example, I told you wood, right, is used to manufacture furniture. So wood is a resource. It is intermediate good or raw materials to produce other goods. So that is the first point. Environment provides resources for production. The next point you have is environment assimilates waste. Environment assimilates waste. What exactly it means? There is a lot of wastage that goes into the environment that becomes fertilizer for the environment, whatever the waste we have. So environment assimilates waste, whatever the waste, right, within certain limits. So environment absorbs it, and with the help of those waste in the environment absorbs it, and it helps us for further production. The second point is, so mind it, when you're learning it, please learn carefully. They can ask you one-line answer, what's environment? They can ask you what are biotic elements? They can ask you what are abiotic elements? Renewable resources can come for 1 mark, non-renewable resources can come for 1 mark. Give examples. And they can ask you, how does environment assimilates waste? Environment assimilates waste. So the process of production and assumption activities, the process of production and consumption activities generates a lot of wastage. When we are doing production and consumption, a lot of wastage takes place, which is absorbed by the environment. Whatever the wastage is there, again that is absorbed by the environment. So the environment takes it, that helps us for further production. So if we go and get it, what exactly assimilates waste, whatever, right, so the wastage comes out from home after using the raw materials in the factories and all, that will go to the environment, it assimilates it. And the next third point, environment sustains life. That's a very important point. Environment sustains life. What exactly is, how does it, without environment we die. Without sun, what exactly? Sun, soil, water, air. These are a part of environment. Of course, without this we won't be able to live. So our life becomes horrible. Environment sustains life. Okay, just imagine, without sun, you can't imagine how the planet looks like. Without water, without sun, without soil and air, we won't be able to survive. That's the third point. Environment sustains life. So define environment. We're discussing the functions of environment. The first function is it provides resources for production. The second function we discussed, environment assimilates waste. And the third function you have, environment sustains life. Some basic necessities of life like sun, soil, water and air are part of environment. So environment sustains life by providing these essential elements. Without this, we won't be able to survive. And now we can go to the last point, that is environment provides us aesthetic services. What exactly is aesthetic services? So I'll tell you all. We all go to enjoy our holidays. We go to hill stations. It can be Mussoorie, it can be Kashmir, it can be Nainital. We go to many hill stations. Why do we go? We want to enjoy the environment. That is the aesthetic. We want to see the mountains there. We want to see the snowfall. That provides you a better life, a better quality of life. You can see here it provides aesthetic services: land, forest, water bodies, rainfall, air. We all go to see forest. We all go to see mountains. We all go to see rainfall. We all go to see snowfall in the mountainous regions. Maybe in Jammu and Kashmir, Kullu Manali, maybe Shimla. So I mean, it improves our quality of life and scenic beauty like hill stations. So environment also provides us aesthetic services which will increase our quality of life. The fourth point you have, it provides aesthetic services. Environment includes land, forest, water bodies, rainfall, air, atmosphere, etc. People enjoy the scenic beauty of these elements like that of hill stations. Such elements help in improving the quality of life. What exactly you have in this one? This is a very important question. Please remember the big question, the answer. In the answer, you have small questions like I told you, right? What are biotic, abiotic resources, renewable resources, non-renewable resources, and all. So we'll conclude once again. What exactly is environment? Environment is defined as the total planetary inheritance which we inherited over a period of time, and the totality of all resources. It includes biotic elements and abiotic elements. It includes everything. It can be forest, it can be land, soil, which we discussed it. Functions of environment, we can classify the functions of environment into four functions. One is it provides resources for production. Without environment, we won't be able to produce anything. It can be renewable resources which we can renew again and again. Non-renewable which cannot be renewed. These can be trees and fishes, and non-renewable is fossil fuels. Environment assimilates waste. Whatever waste we generate in the process of production and consumption, the environment assimilates it. It takes it and then it helps us to further production, right? For example, fertilizers and all. So, and environment sustains life. Sun, soil, water really helps us if you're living because of environment, right? Okay, and it provides aesthetic services: land, forest, water bodies, rainfall, air, atmosphere, scenic beauty like hill stations, and of course that improves the life. So to conclude, environment is very, very, very important for us. Without environment, our lives come to an end. That's all we have for this short video. Till we meet next time, it's goodbye from Saddam Hussein. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like our videos. So when you are preparing for your exams, we advise you to jot down all the points given in the video, and you have the notes that really helps you for your exams. Your answer should be precise and to the point. That's what we're trying to make it for you. So till that time, it's goodbye. Bye bye, guys.